What's up? This is Blest Brando, tuned in to Precision Tune Radio.
Yo, Kyle, this shit's crazy. This shit's crazy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Mixed by Pablo, and I just want to start by saying thank you for tuning into the 15th episode of Precision Tune Radio. Real quick, shout out to Pharsyde Films for helping us make this happen every single week. Make sure to hit up Danny Boy and Chris Cool for the dopest visuals in town for your next music video. And if you're looking for some custom printed t-shirts, make sure to hit up my boy George Flores at G-Shirts and tell him I sent you and he'll hook you up. So, as I mentioned the last two episodes, this month, we got some talented artists coming out of California. They've came down for the return of the Magic Soul Bus Tour. So, for my guest today, he's the man behind putting this tour together. And I gotta say, he got some good taste in music, because these artists that are on this lineup, I mean, they're pretty badass here. Plus, he makes his own music, and he runs his own studio. So, without further ado, give it up for my boy, Blest Brando. Blest Brando. Blest Brando.
Sucker rappers better own up. OGs better catch on, it ain't what it was. Your objective is to spit the shit that you love, not act like a fool and start running amok. But quit the preaching, I'm just here to drop them lyrics on you. You could tell by the look I don't fit the persona, and fuck your ego too. This is we over me, L.I.E. Boy, I thought you knew I crush mics. Every time I get a chance to, I love my city. San Diego, this is my salute. Walking in them boots, not out to fill another shoes. Breaking nearly every rule that the government choose. I'm paying dues, but I ain't rocked the concert yet. Cause my name will be below the kids that never earn respect. You making money? It's never gonna last long. We pushing 20, the epitome is staying strong.
Yeah, what's good? Happy to be here. You know, Arizona's a second home since I hooked up with my Dune C family, and Rudy's been good, and knowing Dort and some of the other cats from out here for a long time. So it's always dope to come out here. This is a place we call home for sure.
Oh, cool. All right. Did you live out here for a while?
Nah, we don't live out here, but we kind of consider each place we go, if we find that feeling, it becomes a home. You know what I mean? So we're chasing these homes around the United States and the globe, where we kind of stroll into town and the right people are there. They protect us. They show us the best time. They make sure that we're safe and have a great time with them. And we're always taken care of. So that's a home to us.
Okay.
We're on the road. We live on the road. We plan to do this for a long time and for real. So it means we have to be on the road a tremendous amount.
Okay, that's cool. Now, before we do get more into detail with everything, you know, I myself, I don't know too much about you. I mean, when Rudy did send, he shared a flyer that you guys were gonna come down. I YouTubed you guys, and I liked your guys' music right away. You know, so if you could just give a little introduction, where you're from, who you are, and what you do.
Dope. Yeah, I'm from San Diego, California. That's where I'm born and raised. And we represent something that's called L.I.E, and that means learning is endless. And it's about taking a negative word like lie and flipping it and turning it into a positive, which becomes learning is endless. And the DextheChef, that's when we come together with different players and different flavors, and we have a live band. We bring together different people. It's kind of like, it's almost like a circus, because sometimes we're bringing break dancers and painters and mixing that in with our musicians, you know. But for me, you know, I'm just like, I like to take care of all these artists. I like to provide platforms for them and a place to go. So my job for the label and for what we do as a whole at L.I.E is to make sure that we're touring, make sure that we're booking quality places where these guys are going to have a great time and establish a fan base. Also, in the same respect, like you mentioned earlier, I love to be involved in the studio. Been running studios my whole entire life.
Okay.
It's a place where I can let the youth come. We do things for the community more than anything. And, you know, I come from dirt poor poverty. So when I was young, I didn't have any of those outlets, and it would be too expensive to get to those places. So what we've done is we've taken state-of-the-art equipment, state-of-the-art operations, and we've just handed it to the kids without them having to pay anything
Okay.
because that makes us feel good. Now these other bands and these other players will come in, they got to pay for their time. If you ain't part of the label and you ain't struggling to come up, then you're going to pay for your time. You pay for your time, that opens up a window for a kid in the hood to be able to get a chance to do some music and maybe not be on the block. So that's important to us too. So coming from where we come from, it's all about sharing and giving back.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I was seeing you guys were all about like music, arts, and culture. You guys even had some show. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but you guys had like a water relief awareness show, right?
Absolutely. Well, it was actually larger than a show. Every year we tour the country on the Vans Warp Tour. And that's about 2 months on the road where you're doing a show every night, rarely getting a night off. We took that opportunity where there's 10,000 to 14,000 kids in every single city to be able to raise awareness for things. One year we were putting chicken coops in Uganda. The
Okay.
next year we're trying to put wells in the ground. And we did that on South by Southwest last year.
Okay.
And it was called South by South Wells, just like a play on words. And then the Wells on Warped was for Warp Tour. And what we did there was we're raising donations and we're busting our ass out there so we can put together money from all these dope artists. Shout outs to Defi, shout outs to my man Reason the Citizen. So many dope human beings that came together as a conglomerate. Nat the Lioness, my man Fritzo putting it together, Team Backpack and Dev over there, all coming together so we could put down water in places that have never seen clean water. They walk miles and miles and miles to carry dirty water home. But if we can drill wells in the ground for fractions of money, these kids will have clean water to not only bathe in, but to be able to drink for the rest of their life. So it's about taking your music and your art and your passion and not just, buying jewelry or turning up or, getting your next little bottle of codeine, like, you know what I mean? Or lean or do your thing. It's about, how about take your skills to the front lines and see if you really want to help people? Or you talk about all this cool shit on Facebook about how how the world's this way and, oh, Trump's such a bad guy, but what the hell are you doing
Yeah.
to fight back? Because if we don't come together and fight back, we're just going to get trampled, period.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like you guys' movement. Now, how are you guys being involved with like the whole Vans Warp Tour and South by Southwest? I mean, how are you guys getting how are you guys able to tour and get involved with it?
The touring thing is crazy. It started when I was a young artist and believing in it takes a village to succeed. I started to find human beings that were like-minded and surround myself with them.
Okay.
Shout outs to some of the early heavy hitters in the game like D-Dove, Rick Scales, Social Green. We were all coming up together. And now it's changed and there's a whole bunch of new artists that I roll with, and the Malik the Freaks and the Trice B Phantoms and Nat the Lionesses, they all come up under the same banner. And it's because we got to find a way to get their music and their message out to the people. So touring has always been the answer. Like, you got to get to those places. But how do you do it? Well, I've been spending tens, thousands, 100,000. I did math the other day. In 2.5 years, just for my studio alone, me and my partners spent over $150K to have a building available to the public. That's not money that was made back. When I go on tours, you see my hands right now, they're dirty. I've been turning wrenches trying to fix the bus with my team. My boys have been working so hard to try and get this bus running, this Magic Soul bus, so we can tour the country. We stay dirty and grimy and try and save those extra bucks. But in the end, I'm spending tens and thousands of dollars to take the artists I believe in and put them in front of people like yourself. Because I'm like, yo, people hear them, they're going to know that's the truth. That's the dope shit. You heard them without seeing them, and you're like, wait. And then like my whole family out here, like Rudy and them, they know. They're like, hey, bring me them. You owe me one. Remember that time? Yes, you're right. I'll make sure they're here,
Okay. That's cool. Now, from all the artists that you guys, L.I.E is the name of the label, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now, who's all part of that? I mean, I know we got Malik, we got Ross May, you, and who's all part of it?
It's super large, to be honest, because we're not taking artists and signing them to an exclusive contract. These
Okay.
artists have the opportunity to go wherever their career can take them. So if someone thinks that they should be going left with their career, but we feel like they should be going right, it's up to them to make that decision. So people like Ross May or Malik the Freak or Trice B Phantom or Nat the Lioness, like I mentioned, these artists, sometimes they have huge contracts and opportunities. Like, for example, Malik signed the Stone's Throw through the Lions, but the
Okay.
Lions don't own his rights to his personal contract. Just like Wu-Tang, for example. The way that Wu-Tang's been signed in the past, because there's so many members, you couldn't lock the whole crew down to your contract.
Okay.
So as a group, they own the properties of the Wu-Tang Clan as a group. But as individual members, these cats can go make bread and make moves on their own. I would never want to hold an artist back. I don't believe in owning the rights to their music. And if you want to work with me, artists, you should be willing to give everything you can to them. And if they're not busting your ass, that's when you fall back. So if you see artists that I used to work with that I don't work with now,
Uh-huh.
I still want to see them succeed. They just, aren't making the moves that I think they should make, or they wanted to do some kind of vision quest for their personal self, and I can't afford to continue to pay for that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I paid tens and thousands of dollars for all kinds of things, and it only makes me feel good if they're being cool and they're showing love, and most importantly, busting their ass for themselves as much as I'm busting my ass for them. You feel me?
Yeah, how do you put so much money into like other artists? Cause me, I've like one of my main things I've always wanted to do is what you're doing. I always wanted to have my own label. I wanted
Right.
to have my studio. I
Right.
mean, I got this little studio here.
I like this
Um,
place, man. It all starts somewhere.
yeah, yeah, thank you. And then I also wanted to um I always wanted to like manage artists and then rap at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that kind of stopped me
You're my
from
hero. You're my hero.
I'm no one's hero, man. But as far as like having a label, I mean, the thing that kind of stopped me was like I don't feel like there's a lot of artists out there that are gonna be reliable and consistent and like, putting money down on a bunch of artists, especially a lot of rappers these days. I mean, it's kind of hard. But what I like about yours is it's not just hip hop.
Right.
I mean, you have like Malik. That's the first artist I heard, and right away I hit up Rudy. I'm like, yo,
Let's
let me
do
get an
this.
interview. Yeah, yeah. I mean, how'd you do that, man? I mean,
I'll keep it real with you, man. I don't believe in hiding all the trade secrets. I believe that the way that we got to grow is by sharing information. I feel like one of the mistakes my generation did with hip hop as a whole was coveting it too much. You know what I mean? We just held it too tight. And now that's why we have all these whack artists that are coming up, because we didn't show them the way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We made a mistake there. And the people who came before us, they loved the art. And of course they were suggesting what we were doing wasn't necessarily the way that they did it, but they didn't keep us from doing it. Our generation, and I'm part of that generation, even though I gave back and continue to give back, that's still my generation. You know what I mean? And we just held on too long. That's why you have all these old school rappers that still won't give up the mic. It's because they still love it. They took pride in it and they held on to it. So when it comes to creating a label or investing in artists or finding out what's a good move to do, like what's the smartest thing you should be doing, or like I've had a lot of guys that honestly like I look up to, and they come to my studio and my environment and they're like, dude, you're doing what I want to be doing. Well, I'm struggling and I'm running out of money and I'm like scared about paying the bills the next time around, but I'm still trying to keep a smile on my face and my chin up in that moment where somebody I admire tells me that I'm doing my job right, and that I'm overly impressed by them and they like something I'm doing. That makes me feel good. So I don't really know where the hell the money comes from, because when I do the math about how much I spent, I'm like, shit, I could have did a lot with that money. But when I try to find out where I got it from, I can't necessarily trace it back. Sorry, IRS. You know what I mean? Come get me. You feel me? But I can't. I've never been a drug dealer. And I ain't even been really a pop pusher. I ain't really done nothing because I was afraid the government would try and tell people that's how I made this happen. And I work with kids too much for them to smother my name in that, you know? So I just try to work with people who want to succeed. I want to work with dreamers, but I want to work with goal-orientated human beings. If you flunk and fail on me when we're in a family situation, I stop investing in you. I still love you. I just stop investing in you quickly. You know, I was told by an old wise man, if you loan somebody $50 and they don't pay you back, don't get pissed off and bring all this negative energy to yourself. Consider it the cheapest way to get rid of somebody in your circle. It was $50. $50 was your goodbye to that human being. That's pretty cheap. You could have went to make 10,000, 15,000, 100K with that dude, and he could have got you then, and it would have been a $100,000 mistake. But he showed you early he's worth 50. Peace. You know, I'm out. Thanks for the $50, bro. Get your eighth somewhere else.
All right, man. Well, you know, I want to keep talking with you and everything, but, you know, we got other interviews and everything. I know you guys got this show that you guys got to do pretty soon. So before I do let you go, I mean, if there's anything else that you want everybody to know or, you know, let them know where they can find you.
I'm only sad that I talk so much that we're not spitting bars right now.
We're going to get to that after this. You'll be
so
spitting
much
right
love.
now.
So much love. No, I appreciate opportunities like this, and I'm so excited to share my friends with you guys, and you may hear them before my interview, after my interview. It doesn't matter. I'm so excited for them. I want to save as much time as possible for Arizona to hear about, you know, what California is doing. I got some Chicago up in here. I got L.A. up in here, San Diego. You know, I got acoustic hip hop. I got soul. You know, let these guys shine on you and share their vibrations. Magic Soul Bus Tour 2017.
There you guys have it. There you guys have it. Blest, thank you again. I really do appreciate you guys coming down here. And to everybody watching this, make sure you do stay tuned to catch a live in-studio performance by Blest Brando. And shout out to everybody that's been supporting this platform. I appreciate everybody that's been getting these precision tees for me. Ooh. If you haven't got one, hit me up and I'll hook you up. It's 1 for $20 or 2 for $30. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. 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 Peace.
Oh man, my in-stores. I miss my in-stores, but in-studios are so fun. I got a freestyle. I can't do a song that I already have. I want to hear a beat I never heard before. What's this? I like this. I like the freestyle. In the meanwhile, I like the freestyle. Yo, when it comes to Blest, I like to get it off my chest. America is a place in distress, and we gon' keep it all on the west. I got a bottle that seems to be what's next, full throttle, and I came to get hollow in position right now, on point, that's my family, and they don't know what's next. I got these keys, I represent the OGs, my Freestyles. You better know about it, I'm a poet, I drink, gotta know, mow it. Plus I'm a stealer, all the way from the pit. And I'm gutter cause I kill them with the wit. They wanna keep this on the mic to catch the spit. Oh shit, they just don't start me, I chief with Rudy, we go to Bob Marley, man. I'ma keep it alive, inside, outside, use the flash drive. And you know what I hold, push button, remote control. Damn, let's show the skill, you rappers are shit.
This is your force field. Wipe your asses, wipe your asses. See what happens with my steez. Gangstar, I got my keys. I turn them in the ignition. I'm focused. Now it's time to listen. And I know that you be wishing, you grapefruits are in a bad position. Don't fuck with me. I represent the squad, that's the L.I.E. Yeah, you know the LIEshow. Come and get it, we gon' let the rhymes go. Freestyle, 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 freestyle. In the meanwhile, Blest Brando, and we out. Precision tune, motherfucker. Tune in, precision tune, motherfucker. Tune in, precision tune, motherfucker. Arizona, stand up. Freestyle or you ain't shit.